What's up guys, Saiyan Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the playthrough of the KIZUNA Clash versus Alber. This is going to be the 10-star difficulty that we're going to be going over with all my teams that I showcased in the team prep. Now I think I did change some units around. I don't remember correct. I gotta see this team on screen before I can verify that, but I know this team didn't change whatsoever. So this is the first variation with the strength variation. Now I'm not at level 31 yet. I did want to go all the way to level 31 to show off the capabilities of the team past level 31, but I mean this is still fine as it is. So basically, just like I said in the team prep, you have Shank Screw as the captain, Zoro as the friend captain. As you see there, I am actually able to stall on the first stage because the way they did it is they did mention that in the breakdown of the KIZUNA Clash that there was going to be another 3 extra characters, being a unit and 2 mob units. What we didn't know was that it was still going to be a turtle stage, so you are able to stall for whatever specials you need, or in this case you are able to stall for the Mna gauge. So the Mna gauge, so you are able to get the higher end of the Zoro's captain ability for this KIZUNA Clash, which is true for this KIZUNA, for this variation, and the quick variation, and the super boss strength variation. So you are able to max out the Mna gauge and get the the damage limiter ignoring thing or whatever he has going on. You're able to get the super effective damage. You're able to get the 5.75 times captain. You're able to get all that with these variations here. So this team is actually working out pretty well. Just making sure that you don't use you don't use Hyogoro after you use Zoro, because then you don't have a tandem slot. So just make sure that you do use Hyogoro first and then use Zoro next to get a tandem slot on Zoro himself, so that you can well, that also goes into the fact that I do have his captain ability active to where he does make his own, he does make type effective damage characters have at final slot, whatever. So obviously, ignores that and everything, but just make sure that you use Hyogoro first, then you use Zoro, because if you use Zoro first, then you get the tandem slot, and then you change that into a matching slot, which is what you don't want. And now for this next team here, being the Luffy, Yamato, and Yamato team for this variation. So the way this team works is basically the same how I described in the team prep, except for the fact that I overlooked the fact that Ace and Sabo's or Booster's last 3 turns here, because we do have Luffy, Yamato on the team, and I know how their special works. I just forgot how their special works. I for some reason assumed that it meant if Luffy's on our team, then you don't get the 3-turn orb, then you do get 3-turn orb boost. If not, you get the 1-turn orb boost. Either way, you do get the 3-turn orb boost here, which isn't that bad at all whatsoever. Not the big of a deal, not the end of the world whatsoever. But I really would have rather had the Luffy Yamato orb boost, but it's fine. With this team, you also get the limb unit here, which does give you chain boundary, gives you the better one if you have damage reduction, which Luffy Yamato do provide us with that. Luffy, what's her name? Yamato, sorry, versus Yamato, giving us the damage reduction attack boost and the attack boost on stage 3. We also have the Kinemon, the KIZUNA Air Crew Kinemon, who I did replace Luffy with on the team prep, because my whole thing about the whole Asabo thing. He does give us a chain boost, and he's able to get rid of paralysis on that last stage. Do note that after level 31, you might want to add the New Year's Bounty support on the Yamato. I didn't, as you saw in the beginning of that clip there. I forgot to add that, but you should add that at some point. Now we also have Kawamatsu giving us the Color Fury boost, and with Yamato, just giving us their captain ability. So that's really it for this team. This team is probably going to last quite a bit. Now for the 6+V1 Frankie and Straw Hat team, this team actually worked out pretty well. I did change the ship from the Shark Superb because I realized I was taking a lot of turns because I wanted to max out Blackbeard's special so that I can get the higher end of the special. Even though I don't think there's too much of a difference between stage 2 and stage 3. I just assumed there was and just, you know, maxed out the stage 3 just in case. But I did change out the Shark Superb because Shark Superb gets weaker with each passing turn. So I just changed it up with the anniversary ship. Now, one thing to note is that I do have my V1 Frankie unlevel limit broken, so he is going to be weaker than most other people's Frankies that are level limit broken and everything, which it does kind of suck because I do have to make sure that I'm able to actually beat the second stage boss. So what I did was originally I just had Sanji and Dogstorm being able to activate their specials, but I also added the additional cat fiber support onto the Dogstorm so I can get an attack orb and chain boost on this stage, being able to actually take down this boss here. And as you can see there, I have the German support activated on Sanji to give us a full board matching slot, so we don't have to worry about those recovery slots. And then after you use all your specials on stage 5, you use Straw Hat Crew and get a full board of rainbow slots. You don't have to worry about any other matching slots whatsoever. And this team does a lot of damage, especially with the fact that we do have the final tap on Luffy. Now, do you know I was planning on trying to get Color Affinity on here? I forgot to. You still do a lot of damage to this team regardless of. So if you can at Color Affinity, you can go ahead and do that. Just know that you don't quote unquote need it, but you know, obviously at some point you'll need it. And for the next team here, this is the team I went over with the Super Tandem Luffy and the Zoro Frame Captain. So this is the team where you also can stall on getting Zoro's Enma gauge maxed out because of the way they set up the stages and everything. So that's exactly what I do here. I activate Zoro's the first version of Enma, like the Captain ability and everything. And with that, I'm able to actually just, well, actually, no, I don't, because I have Hiyori on the team. Hiyori gives you a full board of Wano slots on starter stage 1, and you're able to actually just stall a bit for those Wano slots. As you can see, I did activate the Enma stage 1 Captain ability and everything, so I was able to get some more matching Enma slots from just attacking turtle type of damage. And I'm able to actually max out the gauge, like I said earlier. Now on this stage right here, we do get, pretty sure we get binded. Yeah, we get binded. We use Hiyori again to give us well, not give us a full board of matching slots, but to get rid of the bind. And also with the Ashura Doji support, we are able to get an attack boost off of that. Then I use Luffy's Super Tandem to get the base attack boost, and that is enough to actually kill that stage. But then on the next turn, on the next stage, I use everyone with a special. Just make sure that when you're using these specials and everything, use Roger last, because he does give you a base attack boost, but it's like 800. So just make sure you use Roger last. You want to use Sanji. You want to use Luffy first, because I think if he's the frame captain, you get a higher orb boost. Or the frame captain, if he's the captain, you get a higher orb boost. So use Luffy first, Sanji, and the Hulk works after that. And this team is going to be doing some serious damage with the fact that we are able to get off Super Tandem here. I don't know if we do it in this video. We are also able to get off Rush Sugo, which I think we do in this clip. I don't remember too well at this point right now, but I'm pretty sure we get off one of those in this clip. We do a lot of damage to this boss here. And now for the STR Variation, starting off with the Moria and Alber team, or King team. So the way this team is going to be working is just like how I described in the team prep, like every single one of these teams are at this point, where on stage 2, we are going to be dealing with the Despair with Akuma support, and then all the other stuff that comes with that. Now, one thing I didn't realize for some reason was that Hachi wasn't going to get cooldown here. So luckily, I'm able to actually stall out the cooldown turns, and then I can use Moria on stage 2 to just reduce everyone's cooldown, which does in turn reduce Hachi's cooldown to max. So then at that point we can use his special to give us a full board of recovery slots, do block orbs, making the mono slots with King's captain ability. Then we can use Moria special to get an orb boost, which in the next turn we get a color variety boost, and then Pudding special is going to be able to give us the full HP back, so we don't actually get the intimidation on that stage 3. Now, one interesting thing that I found with this team was that the interaction between what's the Kaido, this Kaido right here, this is the Blitz Kaido, but I'm pretty sure it works versus Kaido too, is the interaction between attack and orb boost being active when you activate King special. So what I found out, as you see in this clip here, is that when you activate Kaido special, or just any special, or any amount of special that gives you the attack and orb boost, if you activate King after that, you do get the chain boost, base attack boost, and the chain growth rate boost, which I feel like shouldn't happen if you first activate the special, because the point of the way the special works is that you get the chain boost, which I'm pretty sure what they mean for you to do is activate the chain boost first and then use Kaido special, which makes more sense. But in other circumstances, you can actually do this too, where you can activate an attack and orb boost, you activate King special, and then you get everything else after that. So that's pretty cool actually, as you'll see in a minute. I get the attack and orb boost, then I get King special activation, and he gives me the chain boost, and then gives me the base attack boost and the chain growth rate boost. So just actually pretty interesting interaction right there. Don't know if that's intentional, but I'm glad it's there because it just gives us free extra damage right there, which I am not shying away from at all. And now for the last team, being Double King team. So the way this team works is that we do have Yamato on this team, and I'm pretty sure we have Yamato on this team. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember now. We do have Yamato. There we go. We have Yamato on this team, and the way that that's going to work is that they're going to use their special on stage 2. It's a full one of armor slots, and then the customer support is going to lock them. We can use a King special. I guess. It doesn't really matter too much. We already have the changes anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Now, one thing I didn't miscalculate was Killer Special. What I didn't remember, obviously, was that Killer Special has an HP condition. And the condition being is that if you're at 50% HP or below, you do get the base attack boost and you get the overrideable attack boost, which obviously doesn't occur here. So instead, I just use King and Control Special to get the attack and orb boost, which is still fine. And then you use King after that, which again does apply the same exact thing, just like in the last video, where the chain boost and the base attack boost and chain growth rate boost also apply there. So again, free damage. But that actually just wrap up this video here. In the next video, we will go over the super boss, so stay tuned for that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next video.